Hi, it's me. I was wearing a hood. I have hair, I swear. Um, yes. I'm doing a Goodreads organization live. This is very last minute because I didn't plan anything. I was supposed to do this last weekend where it was still kind of last minute, except I planned to do it that day, but then something came up. I couldn't do it. So here I am now doing it. I couldn't think of a better time. I wasn't even sure if I could do it right now. And this is probably going to be really short. I also didn't announce it, so I expect nobody to be here, but I figure people can watch it on the playback. Um, I'm gonna tweet about it still, just in case anyone is around. This is probably like an off time because it's 5:30 on a Friday, but we'll see. And yeah, like I said, people can watch it on the playback. I know some people like to watch these and like organize their own shelves, so you can watch it when you want to do that. Yes. Like I said, gonna tweet about it now because that's what we do on BookTube. We tweet. Also, if you are here, let me know if you can hear me just in case. I forgot to check the mic before I started doing this. So, yeah. Also, I'm looking right and left because the screen where I can see all the StreamYard stuff to record this live is to my right. So, one sec. I wonder if I can test the mic right now just in case. Because I forgot to check. It looks like it's working. So, yeah. Back to tweeting. Forgot I was doing that. Copy link. Twitter. Join my last minute Goodreads organization live stream happening now. All caps now, exclamation point, exclamation point. Yes. No. I don't even know how to tweet. Okay. Said tweet is tweeted. Twote. I saw a tweet today that was like, what is the past tense of tweet? And the argument is tweeted, twote, or for the other one. But which would you vote for, tweeted or twote? Tweet? Just tweet all the way? I don't know. But thank you, Lisa May, and hi, Silly Reads, and hi, Lisa May also. Yes. So if you have not joined me for one of these live streams before, I just organize my Goodreads. This time might take a while. I'm planning for this to only be an hour, but we'll just see how time takes me. We'll see when I get hungry because I have to get food also. But yes, I just go through my Goodreads shelves, put things where they should be. Most of the time, I usually just go through on my radar shelf, which is where I put books that come out, like new releases that come out that I hear about, and then I just put them on my radar shelf, and then I decide if I want to read them later. And usually that happens during these live streams. So I'll be doing that, but also I have to go through some books that I read and make sure they're on the right shelves because I do like to categorize the books and so on. And we'll just see where I'm taken. And I might also, if there's like time or I just feel like it, I might also go through my bookish spreadsheet, which I really haven't been updating this year. I've been really all over the place in regards with my reading, BookTube, my tracking of reading and everything. So I haven't really been that caught up on my bookish spreadsheet. So I might start updating that as well. So I'm going to add the Goodreads. I'm going to do the picture-in-picture StreamYard. I feel like just added this. Also, I keep saying StreamYard if you don't know. StreamYard is the application I use to like stream on YouTube because it makes it easier for like this picture-in-picture thing. Sorry for misspeaking. I don't know if this is better than this. I feel like this is better. I'm smaller, but honestly, it's okay. I don't look the best right now. So yeah, but it does cover it up. I'll just try and be aware of that. So let's get to going. This is the last book I read, So Many Beginnings. I will have a November wrap up soon. I won't add a date because I have a plan for it to be up a certain day, but I'm really horrible at that. So it's coming. But yeah, I just wanted to go through this because I have things that I listed as TBR, but I've read them. So they're not TBR anymore. So, for example, The Stone Sky, I read it. This will stay on the 2021 TBR because that's just a list of books for me to keep track of. Like I made that list at the beginning of the year, and so it would always stay on this list unless I delete it from Goodreads entirely. But it's no longer Black Author TBR. It's just Black Author. I do keep track of the books I read by Black authors, which honestly, if you've been on my channel, you noticed. It's not unexpected. So yes. And The Sisters of Reckoning, I read it. It's not on either Black Author TBR or Black Author. Now it's on Black Author. And I'm just going to keep doing that. I think I also have, I have a shelf for LGBTQ. This one is technically a memoir-ish kind of book. I don't know if it really counts. I don't even know if I'm keeping that shelf, honestly. I have to think on that. But yeah. I'm going to not use it as memoir. This is not TBR anymore either. And this is not, this is Black Author. Okay, so this might all be updated after this, just the last few books that I've read. So yeah, let's go. These top two books should both be on the Black Author shelf. I also usually go through like my want to read shelf. And actually, I'm going to do that before I do the on my radar shelf. I just like to go through this and just clean it up every once in a while. I just throw things on here and I'm like, do I actually still want to read this? So we'll organize by date added. Going back, this is the correct order. So from the furthest away added, what word am I looking for? Furthest away. The oldest book on the shelf. I don't know why that was hard for me. And yes, so this is like a one-day book, also a one-day book. This, I apparently wanted to read in 2020. I had it actively on my 2020 TBR. I never did that, but I do still want to read it. I'm not going to read every book out loud because the shelf has 605 books on it, and nobody wants me to do that. Yeah, I'm just scanning through to see if there's any that jump out at me. I actually don't really want to read this anymore. Let me know if you've read any of the books I'm passing through, and if you think I should take it off the TBR or just like make sure I do keep it or anything. Let me know. This one I kept on my TBR because I owned it, but I'm pretty sure I no longer want to. I'm pretty sure I no longer want to read this. What we saw, I think I not complained, but I think I talked about, I did put this in my unhaul. All those books I unhauled, I did not actually get rid of. I moved with them, even though the whole point of that unhaul was that I was moving and I didn't want to move with them. I moved with them because I think in that post, I was selling them on Depop, not everything sold, and Pango Books, not everything sold, and I still wanted to, and it's just hard for me to get rid of books because the library is not taking the library is not taking donations, and still because of COVID. So I'm sorry, the big C, YouTube, please don't do anything to me. But yeah, because of that, the library is still not taking donations. So I didn't know what to do with them, and I'm not just going to throw away books. I don't really have any used bookstores like close enough to me that I could get the books to the used bookstore without it being like a literal loss to me, because I think I've mentioned this before, but I don't drive, so I take like Ubers and Lyfts places, so it costs me money to get to the bookstore. And yeah, so all that to say, I'm gonna take this off my TBR. And yes, it would be. And that's exciting. I'm excited we're all getting our reading better next year, or getting our reading organized for next year. I really need to do that. I need to be in a better place. I just need to figure it out. I don't know where I feel like there must be, I live in a pretty big city. There must be like thrift stores near me. I guess I just need to do better research, because the ones that I have seen all just deal with clothes. Like there is a Goodwill donation center, but I'm pretty sure they only take clothes. So yeah, they're just still there. I think they're, oh, you can't see the boxes. Before, I had this whole wall behind me just in boxes, because even though I moved many months ago, I haven't unpacked my books, because I have a whole plan for bookshelves and stuff that I just have not actively done anything with. But yeah, I still have them in boxes, I think. Or maybe they're on the shelf. I took some of the books out of the boxes and put them on the shelf, but yes. So back to some books that maybe I want to read someday, hopefully. Do I want to keep these on my TBR? I don't know. Okay, I realized something I should have done before going through the shelf, and that was look at duplicates, if I remember how to do that. Nope, not it. That was the wrong button. So yeah, I'm supposed to look for duplicates. There are only 3, but yeah, whenever Goodreads does a giveaway for a book that you shelved, they will then add the book again to your shelf for whatever edition that was being given away. So that's how I usually end up with duplicates. And I just keep the one that's the oldest. So that one is the oldest, so delete this one. And then we'll go back to the want to read shelf. This one, of course, I marked the one that was newer as read. I hate how Goodreads does that. They just choose a random edition to be the edition, even though, or sometimes, yeah, whenever I mark a book as read on mobile, sometimes they just add it to a different edition for some reason. And I don't know why they do that. It's really annoying. Okay, well, this had a lot of issues. But I'll just delete the one that is want to read. I don't want to delete my review, so. And then Siege and Storm. I don't know why this has multiple editions. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. Does the other one have? Did I ever review Siege and Storm? Like written review? I did this with this edition. That's really annoying. I wish I could just combine them. Like actually combine them. That's. Ugh. What if I? I'll just keep the dates. I'll write these down in case Goodreads just ends up deleting all of them. (2017) to January 16th to 2017 to the 22nd. And then, wow, I only read it. I read it in 4 days, 8th to the 11th. February. Okay. And then I'll delete this one, hopefully, and hopefully the other one stays. Let's check it out again. Okay, so yeah, and then it did get rid of the fact that I read it twice for some reason. I'll just add the read date again. When is that? February. Good thing I wrote it down. And now it should all be good. And now everyone thinks I read the Siege and Storm for the third time on Twitter. Okay, and I think that was it for duplicates. Yep. Okay, back to my books, back to the want to read shelf. Okay, it got reversed. 1 second. Nope, this is not my want to read shelf. 602. I would at least like to get the shelf under 600. There was once upon a time where I wanted to get it under 400, and look where I am now. I think I was around here when I stopped. I still want to read that. I'm not really sure I want to read this. I know it's about conjoined twins, which I've never, not obviously, but I've never read anything about that. But it's written in verse, which I know will make it go faster, but also I don't know. I don't know if this is just something I want to read anymore. So I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Sometimes I like to check to see what books by an author I have on my want to read shelf. I just have all of Anna Marie McLemore's books. Not all of them, but most of them apparently, except for their latest ones. I'll just keep them all. I feel like this gets harder because I used to do this like all the time. So a lot of the older books, I feel like I culled and culled. So it's hard for me to be like, I'm not going to read that. Boop. I've been volunteering at our local thrift shop nonprofit charity, and I'm probably their biggest customer for books. I mean, fair. I probably would be too if I worked somewhere with books. And there's no such thing as too many books. That's correct. Now that I have more space for books, there is actually no such thing. I actually need to get more books, which I'm probably going to talk about in a haul video if I ever do one, because the shelves I'm envisioning for this background are a lot more than, like, I'll definitely have empty space after I get them. So, hi, Amani. Enjoy working while I don't work. Jane Steele. I put this after, I think, another booktuber who no longer makes videos like gave this like a really good review, and I was like, oh, I'm really interested in that. It's like it's a retelling of something. Yes, it's a retelling of Jane Eyre, which is I didn't like Jane Eyre that much. I actually didn't like it at all. Mr. Rochester annoyed me. It annoyed me. This is not about Jane Eyre, but I don't like Jane Eyre, so I don't really know why I wanted to read a retelling. Just other than I heard good things. What are other people saying? But I think the time has passed. I don't like Jane Eyre. So, yeah. Cersei, which I still haven't read, but I do still want to read. This one I've heard mixed things about, but it intrigues me. Let's see, what else? Truth be told, this book I don't have a supreme interest in. The only reason I added it to my TBR is because I went to a book signing. Yeah, I guess it was a book signing there. But Zoraida Cordova was there, like, as one of the panelists also. And the way she talked, like, I just liked listening to her talk, and the way she talked about her book and, like, just talking, honestly, I really liked it. So that was the whole reason I added this book. But honestly, I have other books by Zoraida Cordova on my TBR now, and then that I'm more interested in. So I should just read those. And, like, if I really love her writing or something, then maybe I can go back. I don't need to keep this on my TBR right now because I have, The Inheritance of Orchidea Divina. I'm really interested in. We'll get to that when we get to the On My Radar shelf, but I don't need to keep Labyrinth Lost. So we're going to let that go. Today I'm drinking water. Oh, fun fact. I got my first ever, is this TMI? Probably, I don't think so. I got my first ever crown on a tooth today. I had a root canal on Tuesday. Very fun. So recommend root canals. That was sarcasm. I did not enjoy that. Also, I learned something. This has nothing to do with books, now I'm just sharing. I learned something after the root canal, so I needed a lot of numbing I needed to be numbed a lot. Like, they had to use extra for me. And apparently when that happens, and when they do the certain type of numbing, sometimes, allegedly, I have been told, and also Google, it can, like, actually injure your nerve. And for me, it seems to have injured the nerve, like, that goes to my tongue. So my tongue is actually still a little bit numb, and also I'm having issues tasting things, which is really fun for me. Definitely hasn't caused a crisis for me. It is not the big. It's definitely from the root canal. It's not anything else. And the dentist, when I got the crown today, was like, "Oh, it should go away within the next week. Like, it goes away. Like, it's pretty rare for that to happen, but it does happen." But yeah, it just hasn't been fun. This whole experience hasn't been fun. Yeah. So yes, that does happen. It's apparently really rare. I appreciate this reaction because I felt like the dentist was a little too calm. Because, I mean, I had already Googled it, so I wasn't, like, shocked, because obviously when you notice when something's wrong with your mouth. But if I just gone to the dentist and, like, hey, I can't feel it. Oh yeah, sometimes it just happens. Yeah, you just lose feeling sometimes, but it'll come back. So yeah, I'm just hoping it comes back. Everybody pray for me, or if you don't pray, do whatever you do, because I would really like it to come back. I've had a root canal. It was awful, but not as bad as other people made me fear it would be. For me, the actual process of, like, the dentist, like, drilling in my teeth and everything wasn't that bad, but it was just for me because, like, the numbing whole part was hard for me because they had to use so much for me. And also, there's apparently adrenaline in the numbing solution. I learned a lot about dentistry. There's adrenaline in that, which obviously, if you're already anxious, can pump up your anxiety. And I was already anxious going in, and I felt like I literally, before he started drilling, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna, like, die in this chair. So that part was not fun for me, but the actual, like, root canal part was fine. But yeah, I've never heard of it before either. Thank you, I appreciate this. But back to our regularly scheduled program. I just needed to share. But everything else is fine. I can eat on that side of my mouth now, so that's good. I think I was unscrolled. Okay. I still want to read these two, even though I feel like I missed a read along for this that I should have taken part in. This one, I don't truly have an interest in. I just kept it because I own it, but I might give it away because I don't know. It doesn't sound that, to me, it doesn't sound that interesting. Like, I don't know. This person DNF'd it, Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. This person Didn't even rate it. 3 stars, but 5 stars, 4.5 stars actually, 3.5 stars, 5 stars, 4.5. Okay, this is just like completely mixed. 2 stars, but I don't know. It doesn't sound. I'm gonna get rid of it. Well, I have to get rid of the actual book, but I think I'm gonna take it off the Goodreads TBR. Did this come out? Yeah, it did come out. Still want to read this and this and this. I never finished this reread of, I know it's on my to-read shelf, but I have read these when I was younger. I never finished the reread of A Series of Unfortunate Events. I never finished the TV series either, because that last episode, the circus one, really freaked me out. It did not occur to me when I was younger what had happened to the woman they met in that book. And to see it all laid out in this children's show and to view it it messed me up. I don't know. If I was a kid and saw that, like I wouldn't be able to go to the circus. But yeah, I mean, I don't need to look at that, but I am eventually gonna. Maybe I'll finish it this year. Maybe I'll finish in December. These books are really short. The audiobooks are like 4 hours long each, so maybe I could finish it in December. We'll see. Maybe I will. Throw away my whole TBR. Boop boop. This is just a YouTuber book that, for a YouTuber I don't even watch, it just, the idea of this book sounded interesting to me and like the whole design aesthetic. So I added it to my TBR, but I could just watch this person's YouTube videos. This person thought the writing style was too casual. The perfect Bible for organization lovers. I'm a messy person, but I love organization, hence why I'm doing a Goodreads organization live stream. So that's what got me about this. But I don't know. I'll keep it for now. Maybe it'll be on the chopping block next time. We'll see. I think I got the audiobook for this, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was a premise that intrigued me. But I mean, lots of people love this. The thing that's making me flip flop is I just don't read a lot of romance. So yeah, but I love women in tech. As a woman in tech, there's no quotes. I do work in tech. Just, I don't know, it feels cringy sometimes to say things like that. But I do love reading about them and stuff, as long as the book, I don't know. Everyone who read it loved it except for this person and this person. As soon as I said it, people came up who didn't love it. I'll just keep it for now. Ninth House. Do I even really want to read that? I want to read it for the hype. Doop doop doo. Oh, this is about girls who all need. This is about teenage girls who get pregnant. I was gonna say who all need abortions, but I don't know if that's the point of this. I'm pretty sure at least one of them but will probably. But oh, so it doesn't actually. So maybe I don't want to read it that much. I don't know. The Bookish Realm. Okay. I'm reading reviews. I don't know. I don't think I want to read this anymore. Wait, what show? I moved too fast. Sorry. Not the only person. I'm here with you. I still need to read them. Don't know what's gonna happen. I've borrowed Ninth House from the library multiple times. Also, the Starless Sea I've borrowed multiple times. Hasn't happened, but how do I? Okay. Uh. Oh wait, you're talking about a series of unfortunate events, which I now just saw your reply. So yes, yeah, that's how I feel about the whole series. Both the books and that show is just depressing, depressing, depressing. But I have to keep reading. One day, maybe in February, I'll plan to read them. We'll see. The Farm. This one I remember what it's about. The issue is that I remember so many of these books. Um, just everyone has to live on this one place. The concept sounds polarizing. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't know if I'm ever gonna read it, but I would like to. Ask Me About My Uterus. I would also like to read that. I feel that's just a good title. Good job, Abby Norman. This name sounds familiar. Okay, I don't know who this is. Never mind. Diary of a Wimpy Kid is getting a TV show. I probably got this ad like 10 times and I'm just now noticing it. I never read this book series. I never watched the show. I didn't like boys when I was a kid. So it didn't intrigue me. And it also looked, I don't know, I didn't like the drawing style. Dude, This Adventure Ends by Emma Mills. I feel like Emma Mills was like slowly taking over, not taking over booktube, but like a lot of people on booktube were like reading her books because she was a YouTuber, I think. Maybe also a booktuber, I don't know. But she's released a lot. And I don't know. I just wanted to read it because I like, YA contemporary, but maybe I want to read some more current YA contemporary. I don't know if I really want to read something that's 5 years old at this point. Wow, 2016 was 5, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 25 years ago. So that's going to go. I need to start reading. Like, maybe I need to cancel this live stream and just open a book because I feel like I'm so behind. I think that's what we all say. Also, Goodreads is frozen right now. That's why it's taking me so long. I don't know what's happening. Tucker's joining us. Say hello. This is his butt. Hello. I'm trying to figure it. This is we've been interrupted by Tucker. Say hi. I'm just annoying him. Yep, okay. Goodreads crashed. So that's good. And I have a tail in my face. Where do you want to sit? You can sit here. Yeah, so Goodreads crashed. That's why I'm letting Tucker take over the live stream. I don't know what happens when that happens. Tucker pressed a button. So I don't know what happened. I hope this is still working. It says I'm still live. So yeah, I don't know. But okay, I'm back, hopefully. I don't know why I did that. But I have to add the page again. Oh wait, hold on. I messed up, sorry. Okay, everything's back. This is Tucker. He'll be monitoring the situation. Let's see if Goodreads will work again. Okay, Goodreads is back. Everything's back. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Let's see, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I got that annoying special edition and everything, so I have to read it. The binding, what is this? Books are dangerous things, and Colin's alternate. I can read. Universe, a place vaguely reminiscent of 19th century England. It's a world in which people visit bookbinders to rid themselves of painful or treacherous memories. That sounds interesting. I will keep it. This is all your fault. Damn, that's how I feel all the time. 3 young women determined to save their indie bookstore. I do like that idea. I do want to save an indie bookstore. What did Roya think? It only takes place over 24 hours. 4 stars, 2.5 stars. Everybody else hasn't read it. 2 stars. This person says they ripped off a movie. I don't really watch movies, so I can't know. 1 star. Ooh, multiple people are saying it ripped off this movie, Empire Records. I've never heard of it, but okay, this is just going to go over all of that. 3 stars. To read, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 2 stars. I don't know. It's once again kind of old, and actually it's not that old. It's only 2020, but I don't think I'm going to read this. One a special edition from the UK. I think I know which edition maybe, but I like the UK cover better than the American cover just because the American cover is so plain. Probably shouldn't put my hood on. Sorry. Blue Lily, Lily Blue. Am I ever going to finish the Raven cycle? Like, the first 2 books were really lackluster to me. I just wanted to read it so I know what happens, but this isn't even a series I feel like you can read the audiobook, because I tried to listen to the audiobook for, what was it? The first book, and I just felt like I did not. I feel like that's why I'm so lackluster on the series. because it just, I had to like go back and read like the last 50 pages in the physical copy that I had because I was like, I don't know what happened while listening to the audiobook. So I have to read them physically. I don't know. But I will keep them. The Sleepwalker's Guide to Dancing. Okay, I think I looked at these already. We Wish You Luck. The Looking Glass. Okay, now we're getting onto some current, not current, but like last year and the year before, and this past year releases. An exhilarating novel about a group of students who take revenge on a wonderkind professor after she destroys one of their own. Okay, how do they destroy? Okay, grad students who are mysterious, inaccessible, brash, brilliant, blah, blah, blah. What happens? Okay, none of that. Okay, well, Seiju really liked it and also interviewed the author. 2 stars. Pretentious, slow, and boring. A tell-all that only tells some is doomed from the start. 2 stars. 3 stars. 2 stars. 3 stars. DNF. 5 stars. 2 stars. 5 stars. 2 stars. Okay, a lot of people did not like this. This is not to say that I go only off of Goodreads reviews when I'm deciding whether to read a book, but you know, they can just push me in one direction or another. And it sounds like a lot of the issues just, it's pretentious and like overly detailed, which sometimes I like, but I don't know. I don't think this will be for me. Bye. The Looking Glass. What is this? Okay, someone's sister disappeared. Oh, it's about ballet, so I have to keep it. I love books about ballet. Love books about dance. It is my weakness. Tucker pressed another button. Excuse me, sir. You're in the way. He's in the way. I can't get his face. Boop. It's hard for me to tell when the mouse is on the screen or not. It's not working. Okay, for some reason it's not letting me move to my other screen, which is really annoying. I just love having all these technical difficulties. Okay, I'll just read them. I can't highlight your comments right now. Lisa May talked about Addie LaRue and the UK cover and the illustrated 1-year anniversary one. I have to read the book before I can decide whether I want to get a different cover, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that and it is very pretty. In Empire Records, they try to save an indie record store, so similar. I guess so. A lot of people, like in the reviews that we were looking at, people were like the exact same like characters were there and like their descriptions and like their personalities were the same. So I don't know. Goodreads, Amani said Goodreads reviews are a convenient excuse for removing books, in my opinion. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. Lisa May also said they saw Cemetery Boys on my list, and they loved that one. I feel like so many people love it. I really need to read it. I need to do a video of just like books I just scrolled past it again. I just need to do a video on books that so many people I've heard loved, and I just need to read them and then read them for that video, so that I have that excuse. It's not all downhill from here. I really want to read this because it's about I think a 50 or 60-year-old woman, and I love that because lately I've been dreaming about being old. I want to be older and not care about things, just say whatever's on my mind and be free of that. You know how just older people just don't care anymore. I want to be there. So yes, it says that she's turning 68, and just about, oh, I guess she suffered an unexpected loss. So it's about her being living. So I love that. I would love to read that. I should figure out how to move that up my PBR because I just, there's so many books here I forget about them, which is why I was doing those random picks, but I haven't done that in a while because I haven't been reading. So someone who will love you in all your damaged glory. Well, that is a title. Oh, okay. This is from the creator of BoJack Horseman, which is a show that I really enjoyed. Also very sad. I only talk about very sad, depressing shows. I can also talk about Riverdale, though, which is bad. I'm watching the 5th season on Netflix, the one that just got on Netflix. In case anyone was wondering about it, I wanted to talk about it. Ink in the Blood. I think this is about tattoos. Yeah, that weaves together tattoo magics and perfect for fans of Leigh Bardugo and Kendra Blake. Inklings for the esteemed religion of Propheta. Well, these are some names. Nobody on my friends list has read it. Okay, the novel features, since someone asked about the queer rep, the author gave this long explanation, but then they say the novel features non-binary and trans characters. I'm on page MMFF and bi rep. So I do like that. Okay, queer fantasy. I mean, this is just to read. So I'm planning to read it, but okay, queer girls rebelling against a vengeful god. Okay, well, when you put it like that, I do want to read it. Okay, 3 stars in DNF. I will keep it because of that little blurb. Also have heard that I need to read more of Akwaeke Emezi's books. I've been planning to read all of their books because I believe they only have 5, and then they're coming out with a sequel to Pet, which is the only one I read. So yeah. So there's 1, 2, 3. I don't think this is a book. For this is new. Yeah. So I could get through all their books in less than a month if I was reading regularly. I could do that. I just haven't. I want to read all of Ashley Woodfolk's books. I think this is her only other one. I think she just has 2. The other one has a green cover. I liked it. I forgot the name of it. This one, When You Were Ever. Oh, I read also this series. I forgot about them, but they're so short. They kind of count as one book. But yes. Okay. Back to this. I just need to. I need to start reading. Still haven't read this, even though it was on my 2021 TBR, and I could read it now. Maybe I will, actually. This one's about Dan, so I have to read it. This one I've heard mixed things about, and the only reason I kept it was it was short and it was, yeah, it's only 220 pages, so 2 stars from Jesse. Okay, I'm not going to read all this, even though they put on a lot of time into this review. But 3 stars, 2 stars. Interesting thing, stripped down, bare bones format that focuses mainly on forwarding the plot. Do I prefer character-based books? I feel like I do. I don't know. I need to sit down and figure that out. I need to figure out what I like. This person did not like the audiobook and also thought it was about lesbians for some reason and was disappointed. Sorry. I kicked the trash can under me, so it spooked Tucker and also me. I think I'm going to give up on the subtweet. It's not happening. We're almost there. Over halfway. And I'm at 590, so... Okay, everyone has to see Tucker right now. I am very annoying about my cat, also. I mean, I'm sure you all have picked that up, but... Oh my god. Oh, he moved. He was, like, laying on my wrist. He was so cute. But he moved, so never mind. But... Let's see if I can get this into position again. I really want to read this because it's just like a college story, like about a Black queer STEM student in school, and I don't know, that just sounds interesting to me. A lot of people say nothing happens, and I do enjoy books where nothing happens. Deadly Education, I got the special edition once again last year. Haven't read it yet. What is this? Erasure by Percival Everett. What a name. Oh, I think I know what this is. Hold on, I'm gonna actually read this. Thelonious Monk Ellison has never allowed race to define his identity, but as both writer and an African American, he is offended and angered by the success of We Lives in the Ghetto. Sorry, that's a funny name. The exploitative debut novel of a young, middle-class Black woman who once visited some relatives in Harlem for a couple of days. Okay, I think this is supposed to be satire because that's amazing. The book's success rankles all the more as Monk's own most recent novel was just notched in itself 7th rejection. Okay, keep going. Okay, Tucker's done with me. He's gonna leave. Bye. Oh. Okay, so this is about an author who makes a parody of the parody. And then, interesting. Okay, so it still sounds interesting to me. I would like to read it. I think this is about a cult. The Handmaid's Tale meets Wilder Girls. Never read Wilder Girls. The Handmaid's Tale I do like the idea of. Like a book compared to that. Not the world of The Handmaid's Tale. I do dislike the idea of that. Reads like a TV show, 2-3 stars. I will give it a shot. I'll keep it. I know that this is an Orpheus and Eurydice? Is that the other one? Yes. Orpheus and Eurydice retelling. which 3 stars. 4 stars. Magical realism does get me. I will keep it. Did I? It's not shelved correctly. I'm pretty sure this author is Black, so it should be on my Black author TBR. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. The characters are Afro-Latino, though. I don't know. I'll just leave it. So, Trouble in the Sands. I've heard really mixed things about this book since adding it to my TBR. Every time I go to answer comments, it's not letting me switch screens. It's really weird. Okay, we'll try again in a minute. It sounds so interesting. The dangerous magic of the night circus meets a powerful historical exploration of the Underground Railroad in this timely and unsettling novel set against the darkly glamorous backdrop of New York City at the dawn of World War II. Like, doesn't that sound good? But the reviews say otherwise. 2 stars. Not an interesting assassin. 1 star. And DNF'd. 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars. Okay, 3.5 stars. Okay, some of the people I don't know liked it better, it seems like. I mean, I don't know everyone that's on my Goodreads friend list, but like people who aren't my Goodreads friends. I feel like I have to give it a try. Like, just the premise, the cover, I have to. Once Upon a Quinceañera. No heart. This person gave it 5 stars, 4 stars, 1 star. I feel like, what does it even mean? Well, that person hated it. I'll just keep it. I do want to read most of these. This one I own it, but I never was really that interested in it. It was a gift. I think I might give it away and take it off of my TBR because I never would have picked it up on my own if I hadn't been given it. These are all more recent, so I might still want to read them. I also did not make it as far as I thought I would in this organization. I also have to get food. Because it's Friday night, and I like to order food on Friday nights. It's my ritual. Some people go out and party. I order takeout. Lore, it has 3.8, 4 stars, but I feel like I've heard nobody say good things about this. And I truly only added it because it had like a lot of hype and like it had like a big ad campaign. Okay, trigger warning: rape, pedophilia, gore, cancer. What? I've never heard that before. So, 1 star. What was that? 4 star, 1 star, 3 stars, 1 star, 3 stars, 4 stars. I don't know. I don't think this is happening for me. This one's about vaccination, which continues to feel more and more relevant for a reason I wish it wasn't. So I don't know if I want to read this. I don't know if this will just upset me. Like sometimes I read books that will upset me. Like any book that's about like obviously all the Handmaid's Tale books will upset me, but I don't know. This will upset me in a different way. Yeah, but this is about a girl whose parents decide not to vaccinate her, and then she gets the measles and passes it to, I guess, a baby. And then she sues her parents for not vaccinating her. No, she sues her parents so that she can get vaccinated because she's still a minor. I learned some things about vaccine just reading that synopsis when I added this to my TBR at the beginning of the year. In some states, if you're over 12, you don't need your parents' permission to be vaccinated, which is something that I learned. I don't know what states those are because I don't remember. But yeah, I don't know if. Do I want to read this? What are some questions? I'll keep it for now. Meet Cute Diary. I'll keep that for now. Lots of meet cutes this past year. This is about a genderqueer teen who finds the courage to stand up and speak for equality when they are discriminated against by their high school administration. Okay, I just didn't remember what this was about. So I would still like to read this. These Vengeful Hearts. Anyone can ask. I feel like this is sort of Dark Academia. Like I feel like maybe maybe it's bad. Maybe that's why I didn't get the Dark Academia hype. Because it says there's like something called the Red Court, and then it's the most elite female students in the school, and they deal out social ruin and favors in equal measure, which I know I sound like I'm making fun of it, but it sounds fun. Persephone Station, this has 3.48 stars. What do people consider to be bad ratings on Goodreads? I'm just wondering. To me, under like 3.5, 3.6, I feel like is kind of bad. Not bad, but just like makes me wary. Because like 3.5 is like exactly even, 5 stars, 1 star. But when you start getting lower than that, like a lot of people are giving it 3 and below. So, or more, a lot more. It's a lot of 3 stars so far. 1 4 star, 5 stars, 2 stars, and the DNF. So hard to choose. I don't know. I think I might give it a try because I think it's relatively short. Okay, no, I lied. 512 pages, not short. But it is a standalone. And it's like a sci-fi. And for fans of The Mandalorian, Cowboy Bebop, 2 things I have never watched. But yeah, we'll just give it a shot. Eventually. Don't Breathe a Word. I don't remember what that's about. Fans of Truly... okay. Click the ad by accident. My dad. Perfect for fans of Truly Devious. Okay, well, that got me. That's definitely why I added this to my TBR. I'll just keep it. Maybe one day I'll read it. Darling, this should be under Black Author TBR since K. Ankrum is Black. There we go. I should have been checking as I was going, but too late now. I think these will all be like pretty recently added now. This was a book that I own the ebook for. A long time, sorry, a long time ago, in a land far, no, sorry, a while ago, like multiple years ago, Goodreads had this thing where they were just like, not Goodreads, the Kindle store was giving away books that were in translation. So I just downloaded all of them. And then I added all the books that I have on my Kindle to my Goodreads so I could keep track better. But I don't think I'm ever going to read this. A young woman climbs the tallest tree in Istanbul's centuries-old park. I don't know how to say that. I don't speak Turkish. And is determined to live out the rest of her days there. Huh. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to read this. I never really had an interest in it. I just got it because it was free. And now we're back. A similar thing happened with this book and this book and also this book, but it sounds more interesting to me. It was free. And it looks like Howl's Moving Castle a little bit to me, although I don't know. It just reminds me of it. Huh. Oh, it's about a bunch of people who bound to wheelchairs and dependent on prosthetic limbs of physically disabled students living in the house are overlooked by the outsides. Huh. And the house is alive. Okay. Well, now I'm actually intrigued. I'm not sure I've ever read the synopsis of this. So, okay, this person gave it 1 star and shelved it as to throw from a high building. That's a great shelf. It had no plot. That doesn't bother me. Okay. I'm trying to see if anyone had anything to say about the disability rep. Okay. The people who didn't like it just complained there's no plot. I don't know. I think I will keep this. There's no... Yeah, most of the complaints are just that there was no plot and nobody has said anything about the disabilities. So, I will keep that. 10 women. I'm one of 10. Just kidding. It's about 9 Chilean women with divergent life stories from a teenage lesbian struggling to find acceptance to a woman confronting the loneliness of old age. And they all come together and talk. That does sound interesting to me. I will keep these. I got an arc of this a long, long, long time ago, and I never read it. And then it got a lot of bad reviews, so I don't want to read it, but I kept it because I got an arc, but I don't think I'm ever going to read it. It's about, the queen bee of the school ends up dead following a leaked sex tape. That sounds bad. Oh, Amani gave it 3 stars. Well, let's see. What did you say? Victim blaming. And then everyone else. Okay, I can't highlight your comment for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with my computer. Why does it hate me? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. But I don't know that you'd enjoy Brown Girl Ghosted. Well, this might be a sign to take it off my TBR once and for all. Back to this. Okay, everyone can see. Oh, I have to close the page for it to let me go back. That's so weird. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take it off my TBR. Goodbye. Oh wait, I was supposed to look. Wild Women and the Blues. Okay. Intertwine. Okay. Chorus girl and a film student with loss, love. No, I can't forget. Yeah, loss, forgiveness, and love. I have an issue reading. I will. Yeah, I think I'll still give this a shot. Scrolling. Sisters of the Snake. Rhea and Ronnie #1. The Marvelous Mirza Girls. A Lost Princess, a Dark Puppet, and a Race Against Time. Princess Ronnie longs for a chance to escape her gilded cage. Okay. This kind of sounds a little bit generic YA fantasy to me, but it is about South Asian characters, which makes it less generic, but the plot sounds generic. It's written by two people. I guess it's written by two sisters. I will keep this. To cure her post-senior year slump, made worse by the loss of her aunt, Noreen is ready to follow her mom on a gap year trip to New Delhi, hoping India can lessen her grief and bring her voice back. I think I'm gonna not. I'm not sure if this is a book for me. I do like coming of age, but it sounds a little. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I'm not gonna read this. This is by a YouTuber I don't watch. I keep doing that. Also, it's really weird how my shelf says unknown, but this is fine. It looks fine. I don't know. I love finance books though, so I'm gonna keep it. The Bloody Chamber and Other Stories. I'm not sure why I would have added this. The Literary Godmother of Neil Gaiman. Huh. I'm not really a dark fantasy. I'm not really a dark fantasy kind of person. So I don't really know. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I do kind of like the idea of gothic fiction. I have no memory of this. I don't think I'm gonna read this. Loading. Scrolling and scrolling. Interesting. The Atlas 6 is taking over the world by storm, and it's getting republished. I do want to read that. I just want to see what the hype is about. I'm just so easily swayed by hype. I think it's true. Oh, I'm done. Okay, we're at 588. I'm going to spend the next 9 minutes going through my On My Radar shelf. And let's see. Settings? Yes. Date published. And then we'll organize by date published. Okay, this has not had a date. Is this real? Okay, the project was canceled when the publisher closed the imprint. Okay, cool. So I guess I can delete this because it's not real. Let's see if Danielle Clayton has another book. I don't know. I didn't think so. Interesting. The Weight of Blood. I haven't heard about this. I don't know if it's still happening. I don't know if it just got announced. I don't know anything, clearly. I'll just leave it. If You Could See the Sun. Some of these are older, and I just added them because I didn't want to put them on my to-read list yet. So let's just take a look at them. If You Could See the Sun follows a Chinese-American girl who can no longer afford tuition at her elite. Oh, this comes out in 2022. I don't know why it showed up there. I don't have to decide on that yet. Rachel Klein drops her daughter at the bus stop and heads into her day, but a call from a mysterious unknown number, changes everything. It's a woman on the line informing her that she has Kylie bound and gagged in her back seat, and the only way Rachel will see her again is to follow her instructions exactly. Oh, no. Oh, I feel like I remember this. I don't know. I think I saw a booktuber reviewing it. I don't remember who it was, but I mean, that sounds like a good thriller, so I would still, I do want to read this, so I'm going to move it to the to-read shelf. Give Birth Like a Feminist. I've just been learning about childbirth for fun. It freaks me out, so I feel like I need to learn more about it. I'm not having a baby anytime soon. So, yeah, I heard someone recommend this. And a lot of the like YouTubers on BookTube also, but outside of BookTube, I watch, and just people in life in general, like I used to know, are just like having babies, you know. And I'm like, what is that? What's happening there? So I added this to my TBR, though some people didn't like it. This person gave it 2 stars. It's an horrifying overview of all the awful things that happen to people giving birth. Okay, this person didn't like it because they read it while they were pregnant, so it's like too much for them. I feel like you need to know. Anyway, this isn't about that. I'm just deciding. I think I'm going to add this to my to-read list. Okay, the writer is transphobic. Don't like that. Oh, that's really sad. Okay, so I think I will take it off my I will take it off my shelves. The Appeal. Who did I see? I saw. Who is it? Her face is in my brain. What is her name? A booktuber. She does balancing the books. I don't know. I forgot her name just now. But Drinking by Myself, that's her channel name. Yeah, I think I saw her review this and she liked it. And it sounded really interesting to me. It reminded me, yeah, it has like a bunch of mixed media. And that always gets me. And it reminds me, the premise of this book reminds me about this book that I read when I was younger, because I used to really love mystery books. Like I loved Encyclopedia Brown and those kinds of books. And there was this book that was like a jury trial. Like it gave you like a bunch of cases, and then it gave you like the stories for each of the case, and like plaintiff and defendant, and then like exhibits and stuff. And then you had to guess who was the right person, or like what actually happened in the case. And it reminds me of that. So yeah. Thank you. It's Emma from Drinking by Myself. But yeah, I saw her review that and it sounded really interesting, so I really want to read that. So this I will keep, and I will add it to my Goodreads to read list. No one is talking about this. The Menopause Manifesto. Once again, learning about the body. Woman. Okay, this is fiction though. This sounds etiquette of what she terms a portal. I mean, this sounds like real life. Okay, this person gave it 2 stars, but she said the second half was really good. So Roxanne gave it 4 stars. I will keep it. I will, okay. To read The Menopause Man. I'm going to read this. This also sounds interesting. I do want to read that. I didn't look at the synopsis, but I know what it's about. It's a thriller about a teacher who people say reminds them of Joe from, is his name Joe? The guy from You, which I didn't like that much, but I don't know. Just the premise of that sounds more interesting. This is about dancers, so I have to read it. That's how it works. I have to read every book about dancers. The Right Side of Reckless. Oh, I didn't close this tab. My bad. Guillermo Lozano. I'll give it a shot. These are books that I talked about, and I guess I just never moved them to my to-read shelf. I would like to read, all of these. Yeah, I just never moved them. Okay, so aspiring actor August Green just landed a coveted spot at the prestigious School of Performing Arts in New York. I mean, we could have come up with a better name, but I also have to read every book about a performing arts high school, so it's about a trans teen who goes to a performing arts high school and has to promise his parents that he won't transition to stay with his aunt so that he can go to the school. But that sounds really interesting to me. I would like to read it. It's already on my LGBTQ TBR. Good for me. Yeah, to read. Okay. Major Detours. No Recollection. I would like to read every Tiffany T. Jackson book, and I'm almost there. I mean, I think this is the only one I have left, actually. So Choose your path forward. Is this like a choose your own adventure book? Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, this is a choose your own adventure book, so I have to read it. People seem well. That person had an issue because they read the arc as a EPUB from NetGalley, which so they couldn't click to go to the pages it said. But I will. I don't know what I'll do. I guess I'll have to get the real book or something. We'll figure it out eventually. I'm not going to read it right now, but good to know. Glad to hear you liked it. I've heard kind of mixed things about White Smoke, but like I said, want to read all of Tiffany D. Jackson's books. So, all these bodies. Kendra Blake. Um, a string of murders in 1958, and then a family slaughtered in this year, I guess. And then someone is found covered in blood, but it's not her blood. Okay, well, I would like to know how she ended up covered in blood, even though it has only 3.37 stars. But we'll see. This one I would also like to read. I liked Margaret Robinson's other book with the library, Sorcery of Thorns. I didn't read the other book with the birds or the fairies. I feel like there's a wing on the cover. I don't remember what it's called though. But yeah, we're still giving it a try. The Night When No One Had Sex. I think the title is what got me. It's a night of senior prom, and 18-year-old Julia has made a pact with her friends to not have sex. Oh, they plan to have sex, and then things happen, so they can't. Or they don't. Okay, this sounds fun, and it has like a group chat. It does sound fun. I think I do want to read this. Within These Wicked Walls. There's a lot of words I don't know. Andromeda is a Debterra. And he's exorcist hired to clean households of the evil eye. Okay, this is a fantasy, clearly. Okay. This synopsis isn't convincing me, though, that the main character needs to do that, because it says she gets hired to do a job for someone and she realizes it's way worse than she thought, and that if she does it, she might die. But then she says it says if she leaves the guy who hired her to live it out, it's not an option. But I'm like, sure it is. Better him than you. I don't know. Maybe. But it's another Jane Eyre retelling. Why is everyone retelling Jane Eyre? Okay, I don't like Jane Eyre that much. Oh, I guess that makes me not want to read it that much. It does say Kirsten White meets Tomi Adeyemi. I haven't read Kirsten White, but we all know how much I love Children of Blood and Bone. Less so the second book. Still waiting for the third book. There have been no announcements or anything. I don't follow her on like Twitter, or I don't follow the author. So I don't know if she's made an announcement, but I haven't seen anything. Okay, I'll put it on the to-read list for now, but I'm thinking about it. Okay, I do want to read All of Us Villains. It just sounds interesting. Skin of the Sea. I didn't have a whole plan for it, but the cover of this book really made me want to read it. And I was supposed to read it, when it came out. I was supposed to get an arc of it. I mean, I wasn't supposed to, but I was supposed to try. But I didn't. But look at the cover. Look at it. I need it. Red, White, and Royal Blue meets Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. 2 books I haven't read. Is it as long as that book? I do know that the Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell book is very long. So, meh. But I'll read it. The Grimrose Girls, Once Upon a Time meets Pretty Little Liars. I have to read this. 2 of my favorite trash things. Once Upon a Time was less trash at the beginning, but towards the end, you're just like, why am I still here? I actually stopped watching. Like the last season, I never watched it because I was like, I don't want to watch Henry be an adult. So I never watched it. But this is a comparison that I love so much, so I have to read it. I actually have to. Let's see. So that's going on the to-read list. So sad. I'm really bad at this. All that work I did to get books off my to-read list, it's about to just go right back up. So sad. Another Jane Eyre retelling, but I don't think it's not coming out for a while. I don't have to deal with 2022 books. I just want to decide on all the 2021 books I never decided on. So, I just looked at this. Wild Tongues. Okay. These authors, I know of 2. But I do like the idea of the anthology. Oh, it's just like, it's essays and poems. I'm not really a fan of that. I thought it was short stories. So I'm not sure. Review for Shelf Awareness. Oh, that was one of the authors. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna read this because I thought it was short stories. And Escaping Mr. Rochester, this is a 2022 release, so I don't have to deal with that now. Did I not deal with this? Did I decide on this? I think I did. And then we're done. Okay. Creepy Parts to White Smoke. Good to know. I know it's like more horror, so that freaks me out a little bit because I'm just a wimp. I'm glad you agree with me about the iconicness of Pretty Little Liars and Once Upon a Time. But I think I'm going to end it here because I need to eat. I'm getting a headache. Haven't eaten food in many hours. So yes, I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do. I might do another live stream. I might just do it on my own. I don't know. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. What is this? The replay should be available, I think. I mean, if you're watching this in the future, it is. But I will leave. What will I leave in the description? Oh, I forgot. I have a survey for the people who watch my videos. I will leave that in the description box of the video. I should have put it before I started this. But yeah, the survey of that will be in the description box if you made it through all 1.5 hours of this. Yeah. So, bye.